Jane's off the hook. Today I'm going to show you how to do a granny square. Now, this is my version of a granny square. There's lots of different ways to do it, but this is the way that over the years I have changed a little bit how I do it to make it easier. So here we go. I'm using today this lovely yarn. This is Hayfield Bonus Breeze. It's a lovely variegated yarn, and I'm using a 4mm hook, but you can use whichever hook that you feel is appropriate for what you want to achieve. Obviously, a smaller hook will give you a slightly denser fabric, and a larger hook will give you a more floppy feel to it. So let's get started. I'm going to start with a magic ring. Okay, I'm just going to cross over here. So I've got 2 lines, and I'm going to go under the first, catch up the second chain there, loop, and keep my finger on it, and then just chain 1 to start. You can of course do a chain of 4, and you can work all of your stitches into the first chain that you made, and the other 3 chains left over will become your first treble, but this way is quite nice. So for the first part of the round we are going to need 5 trebles. So we've got the 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What this is your 3 chain, which is the equivalent to your first treble, and a chain of 2 which will become your space. So we're going to yarn over and do a treble. So yarn over there and put it in, yarn over. We've got 3 on there, so we're going to pull through 2, pull through 2 again. So yarn over, pull up a loop, so there's 3 on there, yarn over, pull through 2, and again yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That there is 3 trebles, and that is the equivalent of your first granny block. Okay, that's what creates the little shape. So now we're going to have a corner, so we're going to put a chain of 2 for a corner. Okay, and here we go. We'll do again. We're going to do another block for the granny square. So treble, and another treble, right, so that's another treble there, and then chain 2 for the corner. So that's our second block made. Now with any square it has 4 sides, so we need to have a total of 4. So this is number 3 of the actual blocks that we are doing, but at the start of the round we did a chain of 5, 3 of which were the first treble. Let's get the corner done. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. So to make this a block of 3 we need to do 2 more trebles. So 1 and 2. Now I've worked over that tail. Okay, so that's running all the way underneath there, and we are going to pull this tail, and it all bunches up nice and tight. There we go, and there we have. Can you see it already? It's looking like a square. Let's close off the round. So we have our chains 1, 2, 3. I'm going to slip stitch, which is pull through and through, and that has closed off the round for your first round of your granny square. Now to get ready for the next round we are going to slip stitch just into that chain of 2 space. Okay, now we're going to start the next round. So we're going to start off in exactly the same way with a chain of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That's our treble, which will become the part of the last block around the round, and our chain 2 for the corner. And we're going to work into this same space. We are going to work 3 trebles. There we go. Now along the side, on the corners, we have 2 trebles. We have 2 chains, but along the side we only have 1 chain. If you want something a little bit tighter in fabric, not such big holes, you don't have to do that chain if you don't want to. So yarn over, and we're going to insert into the next chain of 2 space and put 3 trebles into there, and a chain of 2, and that's another granny block there. And also into this same space we are going to do another granny block, so another 3 trebles. You can already see how that has created a lovely corner. Okay, now for the side, chain 1 and go on to the next chain of 2 space, which is there. So 1, 2 and 3, and chain 2 for the corner, and into the same space another one. Every corner that you do on all of the rounds will be exactly the same as these corners. So it is 3 trebles, 2 chains and 3 trebles. Every corner is exactly the same. Only the beginning of the round and the end of the round is just slightly different because of how it is the same, but it is just slightly different how you place them. So we are almost at the end of the round. Let's do this next one. Right, so we've now completed all those normal regular corners. Okay, we just have this one to finish off because we started with just the chain of 3 for the first treble and the chain of 2 for the space. We've already got that half of the granny block done. We just need to finish off and do 2 more trebles. Now we've done those, all we need to do is slip stitch into the chain of the top of the chain of 3. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, there it is. So slip stitch and slip stitch into the space, and that then completes our second round. Now we're going to work our third round, and actually all the other rounds after this are the same, they just have more spaces along the side. So let's get started. So chain 5, okay, so that's the start of the last little block on the round. So we're going to do our first granny block here in this same space. So that's 3. And then we're going to chain 1 for the side. And you see here the chain 1 that we did on the previous round has now become a space that we can work into. So we're just going to do 1 granny block. So that is just 3 trebles there. Okay, and chain 1, and now we're up to a corner space, so we are going to do 3 trebles, 2 chain and 3 trebles into this space. So 2 chain, Okay, and now a side, and we want 1 granny block or 3 trebles into this side space. I'm going to continue all the way round, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, so we're at the back, the start of the round again. So now we are going to work our last 2 trebles into that first corner. And we're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the base there and slip stitch into the corner. That is complete. Okay. Now every round is going to be the same, and as I said, you work 2 blocks into each corner, and along the side we now have 2 blocks that we can put in here. The next round we'll have 3 blocks, the next round we'll have 4 blocks along the side. It just keeps growing in exactly the same way. But I hope that helps. If you'd like to know more and that, just follow me on Instagram or on Facebook as Jane's Hot Off the Hook. And if you'd like to see more videos, please like and subscribe. Happy hooking.